Hey, what is up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the African Frame Podcast. I am here with Mr. Rob Sibeko of SQJ Pure YouTube, SQJ Pure TikTok, Jin's War on Google Play, The Heist on Google Play, Bludgeon Ball on Google Play, all under $50 that you can go get right now. Please make sure to go get yourself a digital soft copy. They are very cheap but very high quality writing, so it's kind of the best thing right now. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you don't have to pay a lot, but you get a lot of entertainment. So please make sure to go check out all of that good stuff. And he is the one half of the African Frame Podcast, which is what you're watching right now, where we do movie breakdowns, series breakdowns, and all sorts of things related to film and cinema and trivia and all of that stuff. This channel is owned by, you see his face, but technical difficulties. But anyway, I'm going to introduce him, Mr. Kem Mataboche, aka Mr. Extrudin, who is the owner of African Frame Podcast, who is the owner of Retro Mzansi Global, and then Cinema Soda, which is something that we're going to be doing as per time of recording next week. You'll see the video when it's up. But anyway, Cinema Soda is where we take a look at the trailers that are coming out for movies for the month, and then we look at the trailer, dissect the trailer, and we see what they're doing with the trailer and stuff, and then we try and guess what the movie will make based off of the trailer. And then we play Box Office Clash. Now, Box Office Clash is where we will look at our guesses and compare it to the actual box office and see how close we got. It's a lot of fun. And then last but not least is Mzansi Nerds, because again, this guy's a conglomerate. Mzansi Nerds is where you're going to find out news about movies coming out, in the nerd space, rather. So we're doing a lead up to Avengers Doomsday. Then you also find the Mzansi Nerds Plus podcast, where we're going to break down cartoons, anime, things of that nature and all of that stuff. So you get even like adult cartoons. So we have tunes for grown-ups. Not that one. Yeah, change your mind. Watch it. No, we've got stuff like Common Side Effects. That's an adult themed cartoon, about drugs and all of that stuff. We did a breakdown on that when we finished the first season and all of that stuff. So you can go check that out on Mzansi Nerds, on the Mzansi Nerds Plus podcast and all of that good stuff. And I think that's everything. And then there's me, Meister Geek Media. So I'm Buckmeister Cool from Meister Geek Media and Buckmeister Cool Reacts and Meister Man Music. Those are my 3 YouTube channels. Recast the T'Challa campaign is still ongoing. Please make sure to go check out Black Panther vs. the Super Skrull. We are almost at 14K. And that's really exciting because it means that people are still watching the video, which is good, and all of that good stuff. So please make sure to go check that out. Like, share, and subscribe onto all 3 of my channels. Please go check out my webtoons. So I've got the Fist of Alkebulan and I've got Neon Wave on webtoons, and then on Tapas I've got Black Panther versus Kang, which is now 6 issues. It's a complete miniseries. You can go read all of the good stuff there. All right, but let's get into it. We are now going to be talking about Stranger Things.
Part 2. How to do?
Yeah, Part 2, Electric Boogaloo.
Yep. Pushing on from what we left before. We did all of Volume 1, and now we are stuck with the rest of Volume 2 and Zifanale.
Yeah, stuck is a good word. Because I remember last time we were talking about Part 1, and again, I still have problems with Volume 1, honestly. But Robin kind of softened my perspective on Volume 1 in that there was still some stuff in there. But now we get to Volume 2, and I'm just like, oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
I just remember it being...
So now, this might come off dark. Yeah?
No, I'm saying I just remember being like, there's things that need to be happening that are not happening here. That's kind of how I felt.
Fair.
But anyway.
Fair.
Let's do it.
For me, I just felt like, there's a lot of people here.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people. There's literally 4 groups. There's the Dan Harbour group, an 11.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's the Rambo girl, Mike.
Oh, Nancy.
Yes, Nancy and Dustin and Steve. They're all one group. And then there's Lucas, and Oh my gosh, I'm terrible with names all of a sudden. But yes, that
Yeah.
group, it's like so many groups.
Also,
It's
the crime
crazy.
against Lucas's hair.
Multiple.
The crime against Lucas's hair. I don't understand what happened there. I don't understand how he maintained that girlfriend, or maybe because she was in the dream world, which we'll get to it. But I was just like, my G, what happened?
Yes.
Yo, because like spoiler alert, they cut it at the end, and it still looked bad. I was like, no one is helping this, bro.
It was the 80s, man. It was the
They
80s.
had a
What can you
lineup.
say?
They had a lineup. The kid and play was around. Somebody could have done something.
Hey, that was that big puffy thing was, didn't we watched it together, man. What is it called? Dope? Didn't they have that
Yeah,
hairstyle there too, I think?
that one was better. At least they lined it up. I found it weird that he was in 2018 doing the 90s thing, and every woman was falling over their heels for it. That was what I found was weird because I was just like, I thought, like, as a person who's been a hipster in his life, it never worked for me.
Mhm. Fair, fair. Maybe that's why they push him back. Even though I feel like what's her name's hair might actually be worse. Rambo lady, Nancy's hair is
No,
insane.
I think
It's
I
just
think a
like
lot
this
of I think a lot of
fucking
hairstyles are yeah, I think a lot of hairstyles are like all over the place with this. But it's with him, it's just like I don't understand how nobody go high said to him, dog, you need to like you need to line this up better. Like like no one in
yeah,
school roasted him or what, he doesn't have enough black friends. Because I
yeah, it's a
think
white school.
yeah, maybe that's the thing. Everybody was just like, "Oh, it's so ethnic and rustic," and he was just like, "I got
Yeah.
this."
They're probably trying to catch.
Anyway, let's get to your notes, my G.
So episode one is Shock Jock. It is the aftermath of the attack. And now everyone's like dealing with what's happened now. So it cuts off. So we basically pick up from where everything was left off with the kids. We see that Mr. Will has saved everyone 5 minutes late. They gave me
Oh,
strong
uh,
solo leveling vibe.
oh yeah. That's the where he finally aura farmed on everybody and had to do the. And also the
Exactly.
other thing but the thing that I dislike about this, I know there's been a build up with this thing, but it makes the military look stupid because I'm just like, you guys weren't
Oh,
watching
yeah,
Will at all because you're hunting for
I
11.
know.
He's done something 11 has never done. 11 has never been able
Mhm.
to control the Demogorgons. This dude controlled and killed four of them. One shot four of them. Like that's where your R&D is supposed to go if you're trying to make weapons. Forget
Yeah,
telekinesis. You can blow people up from the inside.
yeah. Strap him up, put him on the thing,
I'm
put him
just
on that
saying, if I'm
slab
an
that they
evil scientist,
put
telekinesis that can
number
push
three. What?
things. I'm saying telekinesis that can push things, exploding people on the inside.
So, and I'm like, bullshit. Someone saw that,
That's yeah,
but
no.
what can you say?
It's the 80s, bro. They didn't have cameras, but they have a sonic tank. They have a cannon that can shoot
Yeah,
waves and sounds and stuff. I
it's Star Wars logic, man.
no, I think
You can fly faster than light, but the RT screen, it's Star Wars logic.
no, I think one of the things that hurts Stranger Things the most, I think, as an entire series, is military subplots, because they never really utilize them or do anything with them, and
Oh, yeah.
the intimidating factor of the military is never really played up to a T. Because, like we've said before, they never actually kidnap somebody and force a thing where it's just like, we have your friends come, or whatever the case is, or we're holding them hostage or whatever. Like they never do it. The military never does that.
Oh yeah, yeah. Exactly. It's only competent.
So there? What happened?
You good?
I'm
Yep.
good.
I don't know. You cut off and then cut back in. You left and then came back in.
Okay,
That
let's
was
keep.
weird. You
Yeah,
like
let's.
left and then came back.
I was just trying to close some tabs to make sure it's not taking up bandwidth, but okay, let's keep going.
Anyway, uh, so yeah, I get the lie, which kind of doubles as a visual aid as Mr. Uh, 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 but yeah, anyway, Vic is telling the whole story. But you can tell he's lying, and you can tell who knows he's lying. Um, but it kind of does. It's a good way of
Rob, you're cutting in and out. I don't know if it's from my side. I just want to kill my video for a
position
bit.
because it sets up what's been and what's going to happen, and then they're all like, just check. You're fine. Normally the that's interesting. I'm normally the smoother one.
You can hear me though.
Because if you were talking before, right, that sentence, I didn't hear it.
Okay, can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
All right. I don't know what is going. Okay, I think you just have
It's
to repeat
technical.
the last thing that you were saying. You were saying they're in the
I
house
was talking
and the kids and the guy telling the story
those
about
ended
the
panels.
yeah.
Uh, oh, snap. Okay. Well, yeah, I was explaining how it's a good exposition tool, in which we get a visual aid and we get the physical the verbal exposition of him lying about the situation, but this artistic tool people will use that
Mm,
lets you know what's happening while still keeping things interesting. It's a good exposition tool.
mm.
But then we cut to reality and we see that everyone is regrouping. We see them meeting up with Lucas in the hole in the ground,
Just a
and
heads up with
Mans has
sci-fi.
a hole in his chest that needs stitches.
Just the thing with sci-fi. I gotta say this. Can we stop with the black is evil stuff? We gotta fight the black. I'm just saying. Come on, guys. At some point, it starts to sound a little bit. The Dementors are black. Sirius Snape was dressed in black. There's Sauron. All the forces are dressed in black. Like at some point, guys, come on.
Ah, you're funny, dog. Oh my gosh. But yeah, so yeah. We meet up with Lucas. Ironically, as you say that, they're like, you know what, Lucas, you're fine. I'm pretty sure those scars need stitches, but
Hey,
I'm sure you
dude,
black don't
he
crack,
got
you're fine.
he got like gashed in half. Like they like he got Mortal Kombated and he walks it off. I'm like,
Yeah.
why is the military looking for 11? Everyone here has superpowers. This is Wolverine. I was like,
Hell
dude,
yeah.
you don't just walk that off. And also, these demigorgons, ne, when they're like the dinosaurs in Jurassic Park. Whenever they're fighting people that are not the main cast, they are ninjas. And then when the main cast is there, they all of a sudden lose control of their limbs and can't do anything.
Yeah. Yeah. They can't outrun high heels, but they can catch up to a motorbike. These
Hey,
are different things, man. It's craziness. Um,
and I
but
don't want to
yeah,
hear that. I don't want to hear that
main
whole. It has to happen for
character
the
issues.
story. Like I don't.
Bonus.
I don't want to hear that whole. It has to happen for the story because I'm just like power scaling is important to a story simply because when you set the precedent, right, then you need to be smart enough to write a way around for the characters to work around it. Like Will's powers didn't kick in fast enough that Lucas wouldn't be dead. It didn't happen.
Mhm.
Lucas just survives because he's Lucas.
Oh yeah.
I'm not saying kill the only black dude in the show. I'm just saying maybe Will's powers can
Yeah.
work faster.
Yep. Yeah.
Don't.
Right. Cool. So yeah, we're talking about Lucas. Yeah, there was
Yeah,
that.
and how he's secretly part of the Weapon X program, because
Exactly.
otherwise there's no other way he would have survived that.
Hell yeah. I mean, he's not Colossus because he still has blood. So I'm guessing we just call him Wolverine for now.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Dude is he's Blaverine.
yeah, yeah. Um, but yeah. Anyway, after that, after they pick up Lucas, we cut back to Hopper, and so now what's happened is now we've cut back to them for the first time, and we see that they've escaped. The police, I mean, the military still think that they're in that what is her name? Number three or number two? I always forget her name. Number two, I think.
Oh, the Indian lady with the
Yes,
projection thing, right?
exactly. They still
I
think
forgot her name.
straight up here too. But they still think she's strapped in. And it's so funny, the IMD page is so long that you don't even know where she is. This cost is huge. Um, I don't even see
Mm.
her here. But yeah, um, so she's still using her projection files. Turns out she's been projecting the whole time. And it turns out they're on the road, they're far away. Um, but they'd been a plan, and it turned them to meet up at the church, but it turns out the other guys just left, and I can't remember why they left. All I know is I'm annoyed that they left.
Uh, the church.
Yeah.
Geez, why did they leave again?
I have a feeling it's Rambo Girl's fault. She was like, "Oh no, I don't want to wait," or something like that. I can't remember. I think that's what happened.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I think Dustin came through, right? And
Yeah,
they were
yeah,
looking
yeah.
for a way into the upside down, I think,
Mm,
because Nancy wanted to go fetch her sister or
yes,
whatever the case was. And
exactly.
like Hopper and them, like what they were trying to do is they were trying to coordinate with Hopper and them because they wanted to
Mm,
see where Hopper and them were because she sent 11 to go get her sister. So I
yes,
think like the reason why they leave, I think, is because I don't know if it's Dustin or whatever, says that there's a signal for us to go in ourselves or something. And
yeah,
then the reason why it becomes a problem that they're not at the church now is because Hopper can't find them either. So now any
yes,
plan of coordination they had to both enter the upside down, it's kind of ruined now
yes,
because Nancy went off the rails. I think
exactly.
someone will
I
have
find
to
someone.
remind me,
I
or
agree.
they'll break it down in the comment section. But
Oh,
I think Nancy, they find some way to go get the sister,
yeah,
and that's where
because
Nancy loses it and says,
yeah,
"I'm going rogue" or something.
yeah, yeah, exactly. Ironically, she's very who's the person we did for Seven Up again? What's it? Tom Cruise. I'm going rogue. It's been 5 minutes. I'm
Oh,
going rogue.
the movie just opened. He's already running. Stop!
Don't do this.
this message will self. Oh, he's already gone.
Oh my gosh. Okay, but
I
yes.
laugh like I'm just saying. I laugh like somebody's just like, we didn't even let the thing smoke yet. Why are you already doing doing?
Yeah, exactly. Just whispering in his own head. Dun, 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 dun. But yeah, so they take off, and yeah, Hopper. I noticed something I didn't notice before. Hopper seems okay with this lady for now. I didn't notice that before. That she was okay with her. In the car at least when they get to the church. And then you kind of realize that then Hopper and Eleven have themselves a dramatic thing where she's like, "You were gonna kill yourself! Killing yourself, that's terrible!" And I'm just going, in my second watch, I wonder where this is. I'm like, oh, but I get
Yeah,
it. I get,
that's a big thing.
yeah, I get what they try to do. It's a setup, but for me, I was furious.
No, but
I was,
also talk about telegraphing.
yeah,
But I'm
mm,
saying, geez, I'm saying talk about telegraphing.
yeah.
I was just like, all right, you're.
Like, I need you to calm down, buddy.
No, I was
Uh,
like, this is Like,
Yeah,
no, I'm saying this is ChatGPT slapping you in the face with the foreshadowing.
no mercy, just going hard on it. But yeah, anyway, we get the beatdown of exposition,
Uh,
and yeah, yeah,
mm-hmm.
yeah, we get the
Yeah,
beatdown.
no, no, I'm listening. No,
As
I'm saying go ahead.
yeah, okay, as she yells at Hopper, and yeah, and then she then goes to the church to meet up with God damn it, it's is it nine? Is it nine? I want to say it's nine, but 'cause I can't even find it on
I think
IMDb.
it's let's say
Crazy.
it's correct us in the comment section down below because this thing is also she went missing for like a season and a half, I think. I was
Oh,
surprised she came back. Honestly, I
I
was like, you have been gone for a while.
Here's the thing. I knew it because ironically, it's all that telegraphing they've been doing, where they're like, "Oh no, Vecna might be in that cage, and the military's in charge." And I'm like, "But the military's been useless this whole time. How could they have Vecna? Are you crazy?" It means it had to be someone else. And I was like, "Who
No,
else could it be?"
yeah, yeah, that
And
whole
that's
setup.
why,
But then also, why did 11 confuse 9 for Vecna? I feel like you would know the difference at this stage because you fought this guy like 3 times already.
yeah. Do you not feel the psychic powers? What's wrong with you?
Yeah,
Nope.
how did you miss that one? I'm confused.
I don't know. Maybe we're mixing Jedi, and it turns out that only works with Jedi and doesn't them somehow. I don't know. I don't know.
No,
But
but
that's
they've been in each other's minds. Like I'm saying, like the thing is, 11 has like telepathic abilities, from what I'm
yes,
understanding.
they
Like
all
she
do. Yeah.
can read people's minds, right?
Yes.
They
Yeah.
they all to some extent do or whatever. So I feel
Yes.
like if she could read what's behind the door, she should have been able to see into the mind of 9 or whatever and realize that it was 9.
Yeah. But instead, we just get
Like what I'm saying is like this is starting to break its own rules, and I'm like, this is the problem now with the Duffer Brothers and this season is that they're disregarding everything that they've set up before, and you can't do that as a writer because now people who have been following your series forever, they're gonna start. I'm not the biggest Stranger Things fan. I mean, I've seen all the seasons. I watched because it was something to watch, and I was like, oh, this is
yeah.
cool. But I'm saying that like it gets to the point where like I just with long-standing series, right? I mean, manga does this sometimes as well, but I think also in Western media with long-standing series, like people just don't watch the stuff that they did before. Like I don't understand why, as a writer, you wouldn't go back and see what you did before to make sure what you're doing forward makes sense.
Oh no, the directors were smiling as they said they weren't doing that, bro. It would have blown your mind. If you watch the behind the scenes documentary, they were flipping and smiling as they said, yeah, not all you don't really do that. And it's like, I want to strangle you. But anyway,
You get paid millions. Yes, like you. If I got paid millions to do homework, you know how much homework I would do?
you'd have to change my name to homework, bro. I get it. Talking on the same side here, buddy. Um,
Dude,
but as we were saying,
like if I
yeah.
had like if somebody was like, I'll pay you 10 million, you gotta do like I'll pay you 10 million, you gotta do not Corinthians. What was it? Oh, okay, no, never mind, never mind. Forget my joke. Keep going. Forget my joke. It's fine.
Okay, okay. Um, yeah. So, yeah. Anyway, I was touched about the whole thing, and then we cut back to Team Three, who I'm just calling, Steve and Dustin and all these guys, the Dustin crew. Yeah, let's just call them the Dustin crew. They are touching ground,
Yeah.
and yo, I won't lie, Steve was my favorite character, but I've been hating him these last two thing episodes, bro. It's like he's mad at a 14-year-old for his friend for the 14-year-old's friend dying or something. It doesn't make sense,
For
bro. It's like,
getting beat up. No, I'm saying
dog.
I'm saying he's mad at like I'm saying this beef in particular, ne?
Mm,
I did not like this writing because I'm like, this does not make sense. Dustin
yeah,
got jumped, my G. Like,
yeah,
and I feel like if you get jumped for visiting your friend's grave, you
yeah.
kind of get a pass forever.
Do you know what I mean? But not only does he not get a
Like,
pass,
I don't want to hear your attitude.
yeah. Not only does he not get a pass, he gets beaten up verbally. So he got physically beaten up, then he gets verbally beaten up, and then Steve like sticks on it, bro. And you're like,
And I'm like,
it's
Dustin didn't do nothing.
dog. Yeah, Dustin's clearly having an emotional like session. Like he's struggling. It's been 6 months since what's his face died. He can't deal with it. And there
Yeah,
you are.
since Eddie got bodied.
Yeah,
But what I'm also trying to say is that look, I get the importance of the mission.
yeah, yeah. Yes.
And I'm saying, look, I get the importance of the mission. I get that practically what Steve is saying makes sense. But what I'm saying is that Dustin didn't miss the window because he was doing something else. Dustin missed the window because he got jumped. There was an actual reason. It wasn't
Yeah.
him just like fucking around or some shit.
Yeah, but remember
That's
Steve
what
called.
pissed me off. I was like, dude, you clearly see that he got his ass kicked.
Yeah, but then Steve is like, yeah, you shouldn't have antagonized him in the first place. You shouldn't have been wearing that dress, buddy. And it's like, what the fuck is
That's
happening
not
right
what
now?
I did. That's
Yeah, he's like,
like,
you started
dude,
with him,
I
and
didn't
then
do nothing. I wore a shirt. No, I'm saying
yeah,
I wore a shirt and I
yeah,
went to a grave. That's the only thing I did. How is that my fault?
makes no sense, bro. No sense. Yo, I'm getting rageful just thinking about it. Then he sticks on it, and then
No, and I'm
eventually,
like, you're a grown ass man, also.
yeah, that's the
Like,
part
you're a grown ass man. Like, I don't
yeah,
understand this childish.
yeah. If you're a snark, why are you beating up on this kid like this?
Like, if the
What is
mission is that important, get over it.
yeah,
Yeah,
at least
I'm saying if the mission is that important, get over it. Like, get
yeah,
over the fact that this did not work out the way it was supposed to. We're here
yeah,
now.
we're going to die. We're going to die. We're in hell. Do you mind? Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Um,
hilarious.
so yeah, I was touched. So I was touched. So yeah. Um, but then again, I also hate the other couple, Rambo and the kid who even his mother forgot about him. Um, not Mike, what's his name again? Mr. What is he? Grunge style. He's just like,
The
hey,
wait, not that's not dipshit Derek, ne?
no, man. The boyfriend, Rambo's boyfriend.
No.
See, the fact that we forgot his name is
jeez. Nancy. What the hell was his name?
Justin, Steve, Nancy. They don't even write his name. I think it's Jonathan, right? I think it's Jonathan.
Jonathan. Yes,
There we go.
yes.
Jojo,
Jonathan.
Mr. Kurt Cobain
Yeah.
vibe. He's like,
Hey, don't insult Jonathan like that. This Jonathan is not Jonathan.
oh, I hate this Jonathan, bro. But he's like, hey man, there's clearly things going on. I'm like, yes, your girlfriend is acting crazy right now. But that's not what he meant. He just meant, why don't you want to be with me right now? What's going on? I feel hesitation. And then dog. Yo. And then she's like, hey man, we're doing important things. And I'm like,
I think like the relation I think
yeah,
like the relationship things and because this is when they're like scouring the in the dark and whatever. And it's like
yes.
this not only is this not the time for the conversation, you guys shouldn't be here anyway.
Yeah,
Like none of you actually are like prepped for whatever this mission is supposed to be. Like this isn't like the crawl where you guys did this thing and sat down for months. This
yeah,
is you just
exactly.
going into a dark room hoping to find things.
Yeah. And it's just like, come
Like
on,
everybody is unstable.
yeah. And it's like, please stop this, please. I'm begging you to stop this. But anyway, they end up, Jonathan finds an upstairs after they have their little hissy fit, and they go
Oh,
upstairs.
yeah, just another thing that also pissed me off. Sorry, just another thing that pissed me off
Yeah.
about that Jonathan situation. It's just like, dude, her sister is missing now.
See, these are the two things that piss me off, right? Him being like, my emotions, and then her being angry. Look, I get being upset that someone that your thing got stolen. Fine. But the way you're so fucking pissed, where it's like, nigga, Who are you angry at right now? Because it seems like you're angry at me and everyone around you. What did we do? Yo, the way this group would fall apart, dude, if I was a part of it, bro. Because the way
Yeah,
Mac talks to people, bro. You ever see like these like
yeah. I
racist?
didn't take your sister. A
Yeah,
demigorgon came through a portal.
yeah. The way these white people talk would get someone shot, bro. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, this isn't banter. It's you talking shit in a disrespectful manner, and I'm gonna fucking choke you. Like, just yo, Nancy's like that, and that other Russian.
Yeah.
He's not
I
Russian,
don't
but
know
that.
what happened with the dialogue here because dialogue used to.
Mhm. Yeah, dialogue used to.
Sorry, can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Dialogue
Oh,
used to.
no, I was saying I don't know what happened with the dialogue in this season. Like sometimes people are. I'm saying the dialogue. It used to like flow and make sense. Like when people were having
Yeah,
arguments before, they used to feel natural. Now it feels so manufactured.
dude, it
Because
really does.
again, there's nothing about Jonathan's character, especially in the way that he got Nancy, that would have
Hmm.
said. I'm saying the way that he got Nancy that would have indicated he would have started talking about his emotions now. Like in season one, when like in season one, right, when they were still having problems with him and Steve was the bully and whatever. When
Yeah,
demigorgons were outside the house, everybody grabbed guns and weapons and just got ready for whatever was coming.
yeah,
There was no this back and forth because guess what? Human instinct for survival kicked in, and people were like, monsters are outside.
yeah,
Why didn't that happen now? Why now you want to have this talk in the dark? And then also Nancy, like Tosa Moya, like bring down the energy. Okay, you don't have
yeah,
to snap and bite everybody's head off because your sister is missing. This is not the first time a kid has gone missing. Like,
yeah,
and you were part of the crew
yeah,
that solved this issue.
yeah,
Like, how are you more mature when you were younger than when you were
yeah,
older? That does not make any sense.
yeah. And imagine that. Just imagine, I'm not my kid that's missing. It's your kid that's missing. I'm helping you. Stop yelling at me. You know what I mean? It's just, it's,
I could die out here and get eaten. I could die out
yeah,
here and get eaten by a demigorgon. Like,
yeah.
relax.
And the way you're acting, you might actually yell at me for getting eaten. You know what I mean? Like, it's bananas, bro. Fucking bananas. The
Yeah.
disrespect. Yo, but anyway, that's just, yo, you can tell. I think the problem is I don't know if they're writing for the times, if that's the issue, or it's just they knew it was the final season, so they were like, we got to keep the energy like this. And it's like, you don't really have to, guys. I'm sure, I'm sure Netflix offered them more episodes. You know, like Game of Thrones, they were like, no, we'll give you more episodes if you want. And they were like,
Mm,
nah, let's get it done or something. I don't even know, bro. But anyway, so yeah,
I don't. Yeah.
yeah. So we're back to the kids. And uh yeah, and then you see them having fun playing around, and then you see the girl escape to go meet Max, and then they bump into Derek, and then they like
Mm,
I think send Derek back, I think if I remember. Oh no, they both go back if I'm correct. And then yeah, and then we
yeah.
cut back.
Max. I think Max sends them both back. Max sends
Yes,
them both back
exactly, yes.
because Henry will know something is wrong or whatever.
Exactly, yes. And then we cut back to team one and two. They're all together. That's back on Earth. And they decide to have their corporate visual meeting where they need to do something. And I made a whole TikTok complaining about this, where this man's sister is looking at him with a hole in his chest, and she's just like, I don't care. I'm busy. And you're like, what is happening in this writing? Again, I'm not saying the show is bad. I'm just saying these are like nitpicks. They piss me off. But yeah, so they decide they're gonna talk about
No,
all the
I'm saying that I'm saying that guys, you need to understand something. Eh? It stings a lot more when the foundation is good and then you get to the top and then the top is just
yeah.
losing integrity. Like when
Oh
a
yeah.
show is bad from jump, you acclimatize to it. But when
Mm-hmm.
a show is good and then goes bad, you're just like, these are not the same people.
Yeah. It's
Like Nancy
illogical.
wasn't this callous before.
Yes. Yes. And like this girl, like she's got all this
Nancy
attitude.
wasn't this like bitey or
Yeah,
whatever.
yes, exactly. And it's like the relationship between Lucas and his sister. It was very antagonistic. They were like always at each other's throats, but it wasn't this bad. It wasn't this, and again, it's because I think they're right because they're late. They're like, there's no time. Like a logical as a writer, do you know what would have happened? What I would have done is I would have said, "Oh, shit," for the first time would have felt real for her.
Hmm.
Like, oh shit, we can actually get hurt. This is real. And all my attitude is now gonna calm down. Do you know what I mean? My brother nearly died. Nope. I'm still my plan is better than yours. Anyway, let's go out into the darkness into the things that hurt my brother. And it's like, as a writer, that's when she
Yeah,
makes a big
yeah.
change.
Did no, yeah, yes, yes. I mean, when you see your brother get gashed across the chest and you almost lost him, I think maybe you'd start arguing less. I don't know. Nigga almost saw Jesus and you still want to be like, maybe, maybe. No, it's just like I don't know. We have siblings. I have siblings. If my sibling got her stomach opened across the chest, whatever we were fighting about, I don't care anymore.
Stan, we're now on this, but not in Stranger Things. The black people are here to do work. They're not here for emotions. No, I'm
uh,
joking.
uh,
But anyway, they Lucas and the sister form a plan each, and then God damn it, Mike. Yeah, anyway, whatever his name is, um, God damn it, I'm bad with names today. Is it Mike, the Jonathan's brother, Mr.
no,
Psychic?
that's Will.
Thank you, William. There we
Will,
go.
Will.
Yeah. Will's mother is like, hey, okay, we're gonna do it like this. We're gonna do both plans. Plan one is we're gonna wake up the Demogorgon to see if we can activate Will's
Oh,
powers again.
with the electricity. Yeah.
Exactly. And then plan B is going to be trying to access the underground, if I remember correctly, by going to the teacher, by going to Justin's teacher, if I remember correctly. Am I right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I think it was to create a tracker or whatever because they couldn't
Yes.
reach Dustin, so they needed
Yeah.
Dustin's teach. By the way, hey, I just want to point out that this ragtag team of teenagers and like one adult or whatever, and then I guess half
Yeah.
an adult because we'll say Robin is half or whatever. I don't know. But what I'm trying to say is this ragtag group or whatever have better R&D than the military.
Yo, dog. Yo, dog. They've invented one thing. Dude, they've invented one thing, the military, that one a power. And it's only ever worked apparently for 11. In fact, they're so eager to look for 11, they've forgotten about Vecna, the actual OG monster. Do you notice that? Like, they
Yep.
almost seem so dumb that that's another that stuck to me is how do you forget about Vecna, the main bad guy, the guy who everyone's powers are based on? First of all, you have a team of scientists. Why are the kids smart enough to figure out that this is Vecna related, but not you? It doesn't make sense. But anyway, and then of course, what happened to the OG, Mr. the doctor guy? Not Papa, but the other one that was actually helping them. Like, what happened to him?
Not Papa. There was yeah. I
And the other
no.
guy.
He got off screened. He got off screened. That's what happened.
Yeah, just off screen, man. Maybe the contract was expensive. Anyway,
No, he just got off screen. We don't know who.
by who?
Somehow he died somewhere because he was helping 11.
Yeah, but remember, he was a part of an entire group from within the military. All gone. All right, whatever. All right, whatever. So anyway, um,
And also, why can't the military get flamethrowers? Why can't the military get flamethrowers? This is that drive me insane the entire time.
yeah, two. There were two in the whole thing, and they got wrecked by Vecna himself. But for everything else, why, like in the next episode, why is the military guy with a pistol? Oh yeah. Nigga, where's your flamethrower? Why are we still holding pistols when we know they don't work?
Oh my god.
But
No, they forgot. They forgot in season 2 what they were doing to burn the mind flayer. Like I was like, Duffer Brothers, what the hell? How am I remembering things about your series? I haven't seen this thing in years. I was like, you had a whole team underground that was in hazmat suits burning vines and shit. What happened?
Yeah, why is it 1 or 2 now? Are they budget cuts? Are you telling me soldiers are cheaper than fucking flamethrowers? But yeah.
All right. Anyway. Yeah.
So
Sorry, back to your notes.
yes. So yeah. They have their meeting, they're gonna part ways. The doctor's plan is to whatever. And then yeah, they take off, and then we cut back and we realize, if I'm correct, we cut back to the kids, I believe. And they go out to meet oh wait, no, before then. I'm sorry, I've forgotten. We cut back to 11 and Hopper, because when 11 was yelling at Hopper, she gets her turn to be like given a little suicide speech, except it's the other way around, where it's like, we should commit suicide, as opposed to, hey, don't, suicide is bad. We get the speech where she's like, no, guys.
And also, this is where, this is where I look at 9, and I'm like, you're late. You're so late, because remember, they didn't have labs just in the Upside Down. By the way, that's not where the main lab was. That's one of the labs. This idea that you tool off yourself and it will stop everything. You forgot they had a whole facility up on top where they were dedicating that, and also the original experiment did not take place in the Upside Down. It took place up top.
Yeah,
they have enough data to recreate you people.
Yeah, but apparently not.
What would you two killing each other accomplish?
I do not know. But she don't only. But anyway, she convinces.
Like, what happened to the other numbers? Like, what happened to? No, but I'm saying, what happened to the other numbers? Because you're you're 11 and you're 9. There should be at least 10 other motherfuckers that can do the shit that you're doing. Did they die off? Did the military off them? Did you kill them?
Yeah, because
otherwise this plan doesn't.
Yeah, and then they blame 11 for, it was season 4 stuff. It was season 4 stuff that they should have known. Craziness. So she gives.
But I'm saying I don't remember any of the other numbers like explicitly dying off. So what I'm trying to say is that this dramatic plot point here, it just feels like it's drama for drama's sake instead of actual tension. Like if we saw in season 4 all the numbers got killed, fine, I'm with you. But we don't have any evidence of that. So I'm just like, they can still do this again. It would be better if you two were alive to actually form like an X-Force and stop this from happening. Anyway.
Yeah, no, definitely.
They actually Vecna killed them.
Oh, sorry, what's up, Kim?
I'm saying they actually died. In season 4 when we start seeing who Vecna is? You remember 11, we thought 11 killed the other people, but then we found out that actually Vecna killed people who planted it on 11. So yes, they actually died.
No, but I'm saying I didn't count 10 bodies. And I'm saying they're 9 and 11. I don't think they got all of them.
It was a lot of them. But yeah, it's just a small number.
So they got all of them.
The idea is that there's 2 left. Yeah.
Okay, maybe I have to go back. Maybe I have to go back.
I mean,
but again, also.
Yeah.
Okay, no, but here's the other thing then. Right? If it's in the blood, okay, let's see if it's in the blood, right? And they had access to those people for years. This is maybe me headcanoning, but I'm just saying, to me, militarily speaking, if it's all about blood, why wouldn't they store it like a blood bank or something? This idea that they must kill themselves to stop the program, I feel like the military would have other options. I don't know, but this military is dumb also, so never mind.
Yeah, well, they are dumb. I'll give you that. But there's a lot of
Okay, I take back my criticism, but I'll say they're dumb, so it's fine.
well, for me, the part that's dumb is, do they not figure out that that Wagner is taking these kids for a reason? Like maybe the military doesn't physically hear that these kids have got psychic powers as well, but I'm sure they're curious. You know what I mean? Collect the kids and do some tests. I guess not. I'm talking about
No,
afterwards,
but
of course.
I'm saying this collection of kids, I don't know if I brought it up before. I'm just saying this collection of kids, I don't know if I brought it up before, but what parent would just be like, the military's yanking my kid? Bye. What? Okay.
It was a very compliant day and age, I guess. But anyway, yeah. Anyway, as a part of the presentation that this woman puts out, which is, by the way, I don't do a lot of office stuff, but the times I've been in office, can I just say this is one of the best presentations of all time. No need for PowerPoint, 3D visual representation, as she says why they need to die. And then Hopper walks in and then sees 11 freaking out about it. And turns out that's the point where I think Hopper and what's her face end up being like, well, beef from then onwards, which is something. And then we cut back to dipshit Derek. Derek escapes the house, trying to go back to where Max and Mike's sister.
The sister.
Holly?
What was it? Grace? No, Holly.
Yeah, Holly, I'm right.
Holly.
Yeah, and then he gets caught by it's so funny. He gets caught by Henry, right? And then Henry's like, okay, let me see that map you got there, buddy. And it's clearly the map leading to the no-go zone. And he's like, okay, you're gonna tell me anything, or I'm going to kill. And it's so funny because the way he says it is like, what did they do? Like, he says, your idiot father, your bitch sis, you're useless. He says like your idiot father, your something sister, and yeah, your snake of a
I was
mother,
like,
father,
way to give
yeah,
the kid motivation.
dog, and your bitch of a sister. And I'm like, whoa, I've never heard you talk like this to anyone else. Is there a particular reason? What did they do to make him that mad? Holy shit! Like that felt so personal. It reminded me of the guy that got stabbed in the head in the last episode, where you're like, what's with the finisher, bro? You're already showing them like what they're gonna look like if they die. Why the extra? But anyway, I just thought that was so fucking random. But anyway, it turns out, yeah, Mac and
No,
Holly.
he went to Mortal Kombat for 2 seconds. No, but here's the other thing that I find weird about that. It's like you just dropped the whole Mr. Rogers act to give this kid more motivation to stop you.
Yeah.
Like now you just put a battery in his back to be like, I have to get you now. Because now my family is hanging in the balance. If you had kept up the Mr. Rogers act, you could have still manipulated the kid, but you were just like, nah. All right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Exactly. And then he gets left alone because fuck him, I guess. I guess Henry thinks that's dipshit Derek too, I guess. But anyway, we cut to Max and Holly, and they're going through memories and they're blah 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 as they go through the whole story of everything, reliving the stuff that gone to meeting Mr. Henry, going over the mother being
don't we find out don't we find out that Vecna went to don't we find out that Vecna went to high school with some of their parents or something? Like Henry went to their school or something? Or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's like
that exact scene. Yes. But yes, that does happen.
So I'm just like, when they were talking about Henry, but oh, that's later. I think that's later. We'll talk about it later. I thought it was this scene. I'm just also misremembering things.
Yeah, no problem. So yeah, we cut back to Team One and they're doing their little revival. By the way, the coming out serum is being set up some more. as Robin talks about her coming out ceremony, which was just hair taking truth serum, I think. But anyway, she talks about coming out, and then they activate the powers, and she goes into everyone's mind, and they find Holly and Mike, but Vecna finds them first. So now it's like this little battle that goes on, and Vecna is the stronger one. Vecna wins, easy peasy. But he manages to cause enough of a distraction to get them to run away. So now things are tense. So now they're running away from Vecna. As Wool gets taken out, I believe. I think gets put in that master lock and falls asleep. And then we cut back to my favorite, Anorexic Rambo.
Oh, wait.
Yeah?
Yeah, no, keep going. Yeah. I'm just trying to remember. Was it Mike that was getting chased by? Oh, is that's not when Will possesses like Vecna to try and talk to thingy to talk to. Is that when he talks to Max or whatever? He tells her to run or something.
Exactly, because what happened is they're caught, but he gives them enough room for them to escape and tells them to run away while they still can. And then Vecna basically decides, you know what? Fine, nigga. You've been a pain in my shoe for a while. Let me focus on you for a minute. And he gets handed that smoke. And then the Demigorgon they were using turns into smoke, and then dies properly. But he's unconscious because he's been grabbed by Vecna. And then, of course, we cut to Anorexic Rambo. And Anorexic Rambo is like, oh, I think I found it. The thing, and it's like a giant red thing. And then Anorexic Rambo is like, I've got a brilliant idea. I'm going to shoot it. And what I didn't mention before, I forgot about it, is while they were all having their emotional spill, they broke the radio that they were using to communicate.
This is the nuclear reactor. I'm saying
yes.
This is that nuclear reactor, whatever thing that was, and also again, this is where they said what we understood about the upside down. I was like, so now it's a wormhole. I mean, Dustin is going to explain that later, but I'm just like, why? That does not make any And also, we need to talk about that freaking wall they found, because good God, that's a plot hole and a half. But anyway, I was just like, wait, why are you like Nancy? Calm down with the firearms. You like that thing could explode. Alien could come out of it, or like maybe get a little bit more information before you take a shotgun to the thing.
Yeah. Your radio is on. Someone is yelling. There's no network, but there's yelling. I wonder if anyone's in trouble. Maybe not. Let me shoot this thing so long. I'm mad at it. I mean, Dustin is yelling on the other end, but I'm sure it's less important than me shooting this thing. And she hands out, but anyway.
Even if Dustin wasn't, what I'm saying, like, even if Dustin wasn't yelling, I'm just like, you guys have seen enough of this weird, you've seen enough of this weird shit going on. Sorry, just give me a second. I just want to check something. Oh my God.
Is this nigga sagging?
Just heard a weird sound, so I didn't want to. Yeah. Anyway.
Hey,
sorry.
I've seen enough
getting back movies. To it. I'm just saying, like, you've seen enough of this weird stuff going on, right? You've seen demigorgons and you've seen the upside down. I'm saying you should have like a sense of maybe this is not normal, so I shouldn't treat it like a normal.
Yeah,
hello?
Treated like a normal.
Sorry, you cut, Rob.
No, I've been here. You said treat
like I'm saying, you shouldn't just treat this like it's normal, or you just. I'm saying like she's just treating it like this is a normal, like nothing is gonna happen. I'm like, haven't you been dealing enough with the supernatural to think maybe this is not as simple? I don't know, just a little bit of self-preservation in Yana. I don't think I would take a shotgun to a glowing mass or whatever. I don't know. And like, isn't it the 80s and there's nuclear reactors left and right and center and all of that stuff?
Well, they don't know what that looks like, to be fair. But I think the assignment was for them to go break something in order to break the shell that's around them. But now the problem is, okay, fine, you need to break something. But your alarm is going off, the radio is going off. Dustin is yelling something. Something is clearly happening. Maybe find out what's going on first. Nope. Anorexic Rambo is like, fuck that noise. Gives it the old Duke Nukem Quake shotgun. Bang. And the episode ends. And that took longer than I thought it would.
Yeah, because they did hear him, right?
They heard
him. They did hear him, right?
Yeah, they heard
him. Okay. Anyway, let's keep going. Let's keep going.
Yeah. The radio is broken. They can't, So they couldn't exactly hear what he was saying, but they heard him trying to say something. They heard yelling. They didn't know what it meant. And they were like, I'm sure it means good things. And so and then
because even Jonathan is just like, maybe don't do this, Nancy. And I was like, for the first time today, maybe listen to your boyfriend. I don't know.
Hey, dog, that's just a random guy to her, clearly.
Yeah.
And maybe she thinks she's involved in the kidnapping. Who knows? Because she's angry at everyone. Anyway, So they do the thing, and it smashes the entire underground as the shockwave reaches out, hits everything, and everyone's like, "What the fuck was that?" Even Harbor and those guys come out to go see what's going on, and then the walls break, and we don't get to see what happens next. If you are binging it, a lot of fun to binge. I think this show needs to be binged. I don't think you can watch it once a week. I think that would be a disaster. But anyway, we cut back and we finally see Mr. Bald Guy talks to the doctor person, and I hate him so much. I may actually hate him more than Lady Rambo, because Anorexic Rambo, because he's got so much attitude, dude. And at least what's nice is the doctor tries to close the door in his face, at least, because of all the lack of sarcasm.
Wait, but you know what? Wait, who is that guy again?
The doctor, or do you mean the bald one?
Bald one.
I'll tell you. Okay. That is. Go through my cast list. Here we go. Murray.
Yeah,
Murray
fast is big. I'm trying to remember. Oh, glasses kid, Mr. Santa. Got you.
Yeah, exactly. He's got so much snark, bro. And it's like, okay, fine, amongst your friends, fine.
I speak Russian.
But you don't know this nigga. Yeah. You actually don't know this nigga. And if I don't know you and you start snarking at me, well, I guess we're all gonna die. The world's gonna end now. But anyway.
Oh yeah, he starts snarking at Thingy's teacher, Dustin's teacher, or whatever the hell.
Yes.
Like that's their first interaction. And it's like, bro, hello? Hi, my name is. It's nice to meet you. You might want to tell me what's happening. Oh, there's otherworldly beings. Really? Okay, what's that about? You maybe just want to explain what's going on, especially if this guy's supposed to creating a tracker that's supposed to save everybody. Okay.
No. Only disrespect required. So, yeah. So, but then we cut away.
It's like this script was written by battle rappers.
Dude. And it's the style of writing that exists, bro. It drives me crazy. It's very 2020s, maybe even 2010s even. Where like, most storytelling is supposed to have conflict, right? But now every second of every story seems to need to have conflict all the time, where now characters all seem to hate each other. That's the overall impression you get. Does everyone hate each other here? Is anyone friends with anyone? And it's like this style of writing that exists that drives me fucking mental. But anyway. So we cut back to Dustin and he's like,
no, you need breaks, you need breath, you need pause. It's like if you look at a shirt full of wrinkles, it'll drive you crazy because you're just like, where can my eye rest?
Yeah. No, 100%. You okay? Oof, gonna be a tough session. Are you back? You're back. All right, cool. You're back. Can you hear me?
Rob, can you hear me?
I can hear you, but can you hear me? You cut out for a second. You good? Oh wait, I can pause the recording.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Turns out there's a
Cool.
pause option. Cool. Well, let's just jump ahead. We are killing it on time. Well, something like that. Cool. So yeah, we cut back to Dustin, and Dustin's like, fuck, I screwed up. Turns out I was wrong. Turns out inside the notes in the room, turns out it's the opposite. It's not a fucking it's not a cage. It's a protective shell, but now they've broken the protection, and now everything is dissolving up top. We see Rambo and Jonathan shrink falling into the goop. And now things are like, oh my God, what's
Oh,
happening?
yeah. Oh, is this where we find out that this thing is a Rosen bridge or whatever the hell?
Yes,
Like
exactly.
it's actually the upside down is actually like a bridge to another dimension or something.
Exactly. It's a wormhole, basically, yes. But then you gotta get this tension as things happen, and then yeah, it pops, and then turns out the trees get uprooted, but not them. She hasn't even used her powers yet, and they're like pushing through. I'm like, Cape Town has strong enough winds to push people over. You guys should be dead. But it's fine. 11 eventually uses her powers, keeps everyone alive. Um, it is what it is. So everything's
Yeah.
everything's falling apart. And then we cut back to Max and them being chased. They are running for their lives and they run back to that hole. And they are safe. Because it turns out that
Yeah, wait, doesn't Vecna try and grab one of the kids with his long arm?
yes, he does. Oh no, you think of later. That's when he forced himself to get over it. But this is the first time they're like running in and they realize, oh, it's like a force field. Oh wait, no, I'm wrong. Oh wait, no, okay, no, I'm right. Sorry. Yeah. And he tries to call him back.
No, I'm saying I'm saying he tries to pull Big Kid, Derek or whatever with a tentacle.
Yeah, that's later. Remember, he's got Derek now. It's too late. Derek's
Oh,
already
that's
caught.
later.
Yeah, he's
Oh,
caught.
right.
So this is still
okay.
This is the first. Remember, there's two memory scenes. This is the first one. There's going to be another one later on. So they tried to
Right, got you.
Go through the memories. They got caught. So now they're going to try again later on. So yeah, Vecna's like, okay, come in. Believe me, please believe me. I've got candy in the truck. And they're like, yeah, no, we know you're lying. Stop it. So yeah, it ends with that. And then they cut back to Robin and them after everything's happened. It's now the next morning. And then they do that annoying thing of like, I've figured it out, guys. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna pretend that this is a part of the plan one. And then this represents plan two and plan three. And you're just like, have you seen that famous podcast now that's been happening where with Matt Damon and Ben Affleck, where they're talking to Joe Rogan, and they're like, yeah, they've been telling us about you need to reiterate the story a few times, otherwise the audience will not.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's that thing of you have to write the script as if the audience can still understand the story while they're on their phone.
Exactly. And you're just like, these explanations and these fucking thingamajiggies inside of a thingamajiggy. And yeah, so they figure out the new plan with that example on example. As it turns out that they're right.
Like I think that's the thing that makes it annoying. It's just like you don't need to say it twice. Just have one person say this thing and then we move on. Because now I'm hearing it in stereo, and I'm like, I get it. Okay, I get the plan. Jesus.
Exactly. And it turns out how it happened was Robin figured out that Max isn't in a coma because what's happening to is what's happening to Max. So now they're gonna run to the hospital to go try and wake up Max in the same way they can wake up Wolf. And while that's happening, Vecna has basically got himself a nice juicy wool in his hands, and he's like, you know what, William, I'm going to use you some more. But first, let me first roast you for 5 minutes. Actively hurts Will's feelings for like the longest time. And then meanwhile, while that's happening, Max and Holly are like, Plan B, we're gonna go out there again. And then they go look for a new location and they go out into the desert. Yeah. And then while that's
Also,
happening,
how did she come to that? How did she come to that conclusion? That seemed kind of random. Like they make
yeah,
Holly a super detective.
dog.
Like I think another thing about this season is that look, Holly fans, if you like her, cool, but she's way too active in a conclusion that was supposed to be following 11 and the original team. It just feels like we're diverting from everybody that we set up before to give this character more story when she wasn't really a character in the first place.
It's because there's too many cast members, so they've decided what they're gonna do is they're gonna give everyone something to do. Someone has to do something everywhere. So now everyone, it's so funny. It's the opposite that used to exist, where you'll see characters doing nothing. So they're like, we don't want that to happen. So we're gonna make all characters do everything. It's a very interesting thing. But
Yeah,
hey,
but what I'm trying to say though is that I
Mm,
feel like if they were trying to make Holly the new Will that goes missing, they should have done what they did with Will. They didn't do that because when
mm,
Will went missing, he was gone, and everybody
mm,
else had to figure themselves out to find him, and whatever the case was. This one, Holly is like she practically saving herself. And look, that's I get it, but I'm just saying in a series that's supposed to be reaching its conclusion, we're supposed to be following the original team and we're really diverting a lot of time to follow this new character that people aren't that invested in.
yeah. No, true, 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 true.
there's basically two things that are happening here, right? The first
Mm,
thing is that they probably got this brilliant idea that they need to now make a new generation after the main cast.
yeah.
So they started to use Holly as a mixture of Will
Ah,
and Mike,
spin-offs.
right? Mike leadership, Will missing. But also, they're trying to connect the dots from season one. If you guys remember, the first time we saw Holly, she was off wandering and then
Mm.
she was led by those lights in the room and she saw something, but she was too young to speak.
Oh
So
yeah.
I think they're trying to connect the dots there. That no, she's been, wandering since she was very little. But
But
Mm.
that's late.
no, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying it's late, but they're trying to make it seem like that's what they had in mind all along. It's clearly not the case.
Oh yeah. They didn't even have. They don't
Okay.
remember. Yeah. But no, 100%. That is 100% true. What you just
Because
said there.
I'm saying they forget about her in season 2 to 3 and 4.
Of course.
Like Holly is non-existent in the other seasons.
Fully.
Yeah, keep going, Rob.
Okay, cool. I thought you guys were gonna keep going. Okay, but anyway, yeah. Back to the storyline. We see that we seeing that just Dustin and they are like, hey, things are falling apart. What's going on? And then we see, hey, anyone know where Rambo and Nancy are? I mean, sorry, Jonathan and Nancy are. And they're like, oh, we're trapped in a room of goop. Um, and they're like, what do we do? I don't know, we're stuck. And then we find out that Hopper and 9 and 11 are now back on Earth. Uh, they are touching down, and so now Robin's team have split away to go do their own mission, and then the rest of them are still back on the home ground with Will, and they discuss feelings, and we remember that Mike exists for a couple minutes. Like, it's so confusing. Wasn't Mac? Does anyone remember when Mike was a main character? This nigga is like a
Yeah,
cheerleader now.
he is.
Next.
Woo! No, yeah, that he's no. I'm saying he's the cheerleader for everyone. By the way,
Yeah. Yep.
because now he has to cheerleader 11. He has to
Mm,
cheerleader. He has to cheerleader Will. I think at some
mm,
point he cheerleaders Lucas a little bit or whatever.
yep.
I'm like,
Mhm.
you are not involved in any of the plans that are
Yeah, I think.
happening here. But
Um,
okay,
that's that's the issue that happens with series that get overshadowed by the breakout character, right? If you guys
Mm,
remember with The Big Bang Theory, what happened was initially Leonard and Penny were the main characters. Sheldon was just like a protagonist, right? So, but what happens is once a character becomes the breakout character and the storyline is more interesting than the main storyline, then they sideline the main characters. So what happened here was Dustin became the main focus for a long time. And because of that, they started sidelining even 11 at some point.
Yeah.
And it got to a point where the chemistry between Will and 11 started dwindling. So they started focusing on Steve and Dustin and Robin and everybody else. And yeah, it really tarnished
Oh yeah, it
the love
left.
that we had.
Oh yeah.
Max and Lucas and yeah, all of that. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I think Mike's biggest contribution is at the end of the of Will's big power thing. It's him going, "You're a wizard, Harry. Oh my God, you're a wizard." That's basically what he says, and it's like, okay, chill, bro. But yeah, no, I fully do. It's just this whole situation. Again, if they'd killed some of these people, it would have made a lot. It would have been probably better. I still think that's the best option. But anyway, while they're having their dramatics,
I think
we
they should have
cut.
off some of them in season 4, if that
Oh
was the
yeah,
case.
oh yeah. And you know what's funny, right? So now we cut to hospital, right? And this, I don't know, Kutsu, if you agree with me on this, but do you I don't know, I don't know if you guys all agree with me on this, but I forgot that that almost everyone doesn't know that monsters exist because, like, Robin's girlfriend is like, nigga, they're saying you're on crack. And then Robin's like, no, I'm not on crack. It's just monsters exist. They're lying about me. And I'm just like, that's right. The entire townspeople are morons.
No, that's no, 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 Rob. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Whoa. Did you not see the world split in half at the end of season 4? Did
Yeah,
everybody miss that? Even if you
exactly.
didn't see the monsters, some things happened. Like that thing split apart, and there was red goop or whatever
Yeah,
the hell. Like whatever was underneath Hawkins, it was not
yeah.
supposed to glow like that. Like
It's
that happened. The whole thing like split apart. Just because the military put a big sheet over it doesn't mean that didn't happen. Doesn't mean that wouldn't
what?
have been reported. There's no way
Yeah,
news stations would just be like, "Oh yeah, no, nothing happened in Hawkins."
yeah,
No, like everybody would have been over that. Like it
The
would have been the news story for decades that Hawkins, the
biggest
world,
issue,
freaking split in half at some stage.
the biggest issue of the season was episode one, because the end of episode of season what 4 was that there was like that whole world opening up thing, right? Then season 5, you see them having breakfast. You're like, wait, what? Is this how we're starting this series? So I
yeah,
think that's where the problem started. The problem started
Like I'm
where
just like that's why everybody's
don't
morons, because
know.
I'm like unless they did the Michael, unless no sorry, I was about to say Michael Blackson, I don't know why, unless they did the Men in Black deneuralizer, unless they
yeah,
did the Men in Black, like everybody came in and they hit you with the flash and made you forget that happened. There's
yeah,
no way like this town should just be normal. Like if Robin says that there's monsters, I feel like people should be like, yeah, sure, because again, the ground was glowing, and there's no molten magma near the surface of the earth to explain
yeah,
why the ground would be glowing that way it was glowing.
yeah, exactly. 100%. But they're just like, let's just have a good
Anyway,
chat about it. But yeah, it's pure craziness. But it is what it is, man. So, gosh, yeah. So they run to hospital. They have to explain. She tries to explain herself. It's not really working out because the girlfriend is not believing. Then we cut immediately to Max, who's like,
mm.
"Hey, did you guys watch Star Wars? The Force. What's it? The Rise of the Jedi? Is that the what's that the last? Is that the last Star Wars? No? Is it Force Awakens?
No, Return of the Jedi.
Return of? No, wait,
Return.
no, can't be. Rise of the
Wait, no, is
Skywalker.
it Empire?
Number 9. Number 9. Star Wars 9.
Sorry. Yeah. That's Rise of Skywalker. Yeah.
Yeah, Rise of Skywalker, where they look through the knife thing and they're like, oh, look at that. They do the exact same thing. And it's like, okay, but then
Mm.
wouldn't Vecna have to be the same height as you in order for you to figure out the exact doesn't matter? They go through the hole and they find the thingamajiggy. Then we cut to Dustin because as it turns out, everything is melting and they don't know where Rambo is. And then Dustin has to stop Steve because Steve
From
is just
being
like,
stupid.
dog,
Like,
dog.
how are you alive, Steve?
Yeah. And then also, if you die,
Like, and
can we?
again, he was not this stupid before. Like, when you were in your bully phase, you had more common sense.
Yeah. And then it's like, okay, but then, fuck, now I've forgotten. Um, are you
No,
not being?
this
If
is when
you
he
die,
throws the ladder, right? Yeah.
if if you die, won't you be the same hypocrite as Eddie? What's going on? But it's whatever. So they luckily they end up not.
No, actually, it'd be worse because Eddie was actually doing what he was doing for a purpose. You were just
Yeah.
being dumb. Like Eddie actually was actively like his sacrifice actually saved people. You would just
Yeah.
fall to your death like an idiot.
It's craziness. But anyway, we move on to the next scene and we see that they've got a plan. They're going to use 7-Eleven to jump to Jack
Ah,
back into the system. Because Will is out, so they're gonna try and find Will by her locking into the system to see if she can do so. They do the water thing. And I think for the first time in like 3 episodes, um what's his name? I almost want to say Dan Harbour. Mr. Sheriff and
oh
Will's mother. Yo, I
yeah,
am terrible.
Hopper,
Yeah. Hopper and Joyce. There we go. Winona Ryder.
Hopper.
Yes, Hopper and Joyce finally have a talk for like the longest. Like yeah, they finally talk about their feelings and all that shit, and finally that gets done. And then in the background, Nine is like, "Kill
Oh,
yourself."
and then I think like Hopper has a weird line, eh? No, but I'm saying like
Yeah.
Hopper has a weird line, and I just remember this piece of dialogue because it really stuck out to me. This is when they were talking about when she was like, when I say don't do the thing and he does the thing, then it's the wrong decision. And when I encourage him to do the thing, then it's also the wrong decision or whatever. And then Hopper says some weird shit like kids are there to make sure kids are there to teach you that you will never make the right decisions. It's like, what type of advice was that?
Do you know what it is? It's that gentle parenting bullshit. That's what we're listening to right now. It's your kind of reminds you that like, oh no, no, guys. Ironically, Superman did the same thing. Superman did the same thing where it's like, no, kids, your parents are right. You're wrong, sorry. And it's like, what lesson is this? Why are we teaching kids that parents are wrong?
No, but I'm saying from a parent, but I'm saying from a parent to another parent. I mean, look, parents can be wrong. It's not a
It
big deal.
can be, but
But
it's
what I'm
not
trying
the
to say
fuck.
is from a parent to another parent. Yeah, but I'm
Yeah.
saying from a parent to another parent. My kid is missing. How the hell is kids are there to teach you that you make the wrong decision all the time? How is that helping me right now? I should punch you in your throat. Like
Hey,
you're not
dog.
like you didn't say anything like we do our best. Like you didn't say anything like we do our best, and sometimes we send them out into the world, and we hope
Yeah.
for the best, but we have to keep
Yeah.
hope alive that we'll get him back because we also teach them to be strong, and we've given them life lessons that will allow them to carry themselves through these situations because that's our role as parents. We can't always be there, but we can hope we did the best that we can. How you can't say that, Hop? No, kids are there to remind us we will never make the right. What?
And
So all
that's
my
true.
years of parenting just. So Will is dead. Will is
Yeah.
gone. I messed up as a parent. Okay.
It means But he's not the only person talking
God
nonsense.
damn it.
But
Who is writing this?
but yeah, he's not the only person talking nonsense. As it turns out, Mike and 11 are finally having a chat, and Mike is trying to do the cheerleader thing. And in a way, if it's so funny that what happened to 11? Did she have like plastic surgery or something, or Botox, something like that? Where she looks like she's
I'm not
been
sure.
where she looks like she's been eating tabarones. Not tabarones, what are they called? Those like those toffees.
Toblerone.
The toffees.
Toblerone. Yeah.
Is it Toblerone? So like, isn't that
No, that's chocolate. That's chocolate.
What's the? Do you remember what I'm talking about? The Champions one.
Oh, that comes in the black wrapper or whatever the hell.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. It looks like she's been eating that every day, bro, as she stares at this man trying to cheerleader him. It's just looking like, what's it, mugging, whatever the expression is. And it's like, he's like, we can go to a random place somewhere and live happily ever after. And she's like, what the fuck are you talking about? And I'm just like,
dude, you're like 16. Like, you're gonna rent? You're gonna live in the forest? What's the plan here?
Yeah.
Look, okay, I get it. I get it. He's 16. He's being dumb, I guess. But I'm just saying. I feel like, yeah, he's being hopeful or whatever. But I just, the way they set that scene up is just Mike has done more. Like, this is what I'm trying to say. The thing that's kind of frustrating me with this thing, especially season 5 or whatever the hell, whatever season we're in right now, is that people seem dumber as they are older. And I'm like, is this Benjamin Button in the brain? Why did everybody seem smarter before?
Yeah.
Like, Mike seemed smarter before.
Yeah. Something has definitely changed. So while that's happening, right, it turns out I made a mistake. We'd only discovered the Ray thing. We hadn't actually thingamajiggy, but it's a 2-second scene where Max and they find the hole to go to the tunnel. Ends there.
Yeah.
We're back to the hospital, where again Robin is explaining to the girlfriend that she's not a crackhead. And then the military show up and they go like, "Hey, is that you, Robin? Oh, great, you're under arrest." Then we cut to which is actually a beautiful scene. I think it's probably one of my favorite scene in the thing.
Oh, now we're not. But I'm saying now we're arresting Robin. Now, not before when she was literally living like connected to 11. Collected to 11. Like, you're not gonna go arrest the family of the buyers or whatever. Hop is still running around. Now we're arresting people.
Yeah.
Okay, military, great job.
Yeah, great job.
Great job, fantastic.
But they went whatever, and we cut to honestly one of my favorite scenes in the whole movie, in the whole series, and that's when Dustin's like, "Yeah, I need you to stop what you're doing," and he just begs him to fucking chill, because Steve is like, "No, I'm gonna do it. I'll be fucking fine. I've read the script. I'm not allowed to die. I got signed my contract. I've got a 3-year contract. I'm good." And then, but yeah.
No, I really liked I liked that scene because at least it was them squashing this annoying one-sided beef. I don't care what anybody says. Dustin was not wrong in what the hell was going on over there. And I'm just saying, it was finally Steve being Steve again that we remember from season 4. It was like, dude, what the hell happened to you?
Yeah, you
like, is it just because Jonathan got Nancy? I thought you were over this in season 4. I thought we were done.
Yeah, exactly. It just kept being teased over and over again. It was exhausting. So yeah, they finally convinced him to fucking chill. So and you know what's funny? Someone said that at that point onwards, their character arc is useless. They might as well die. And I was like, hot damn. It's kind of true. There's no more development after this. This is it. This is now max level Steve. But we cut back to Anorexic Rambo and Jonathan the Forgotten. And they're in that room, and then they decide to talk about their feelings and the things they don't like about each other once and for all. And they start talking about the things they don't like each other. Like she's the first person to initiate it for once, where she finally stops being fucking angry at everything. Though I don't think it leaves, but it does calm down after this. Where she's like, "Oh, I hate your choices of music. Your favorite band fucking sucks to me. I've never read that book that you said you liked. I pretended to like it." And then they finally talk about the things they've been hiding for each other because they've just been trying to be together. Just to point out, episode 1, I knew this relationship was ending. because of just the way they were talking. I was like, oh, I know what they're gonna do. They're gonna
No,
use it.
no, I'm saying this thing has been telegraphed from jump. Like
Yeah.
you can see when she's like, you didn't tell her this and you didn't tell her that. Because
Yeah.
another thing that I hate, and it happens in Western media, it also happens in manga a lot. But I think that another thing I hate, but it's more prevalent in Western media, people don't communicate when it's time to communicate. It always has to be some sort of world ending. We about to die in 2 minutes. Now I'm going to tell you how I feel. When you guys could have just spoken about this from jump, and it would have literally been solved with the conversation. Like the thing that they're beefing about or whatever the hell is that Jonathan for some reason doesn't want to leave his family, even though like bro, you should be moving on. Like your mom is moving on fine. Will right now is probably grown 100%. And like you as a person, you've been the best person that you ever been when you were with Nancy. Like maybe of course you need to work on yourself or whatever. That's a whole other conversation. But this relationship was fine the last time we left off. I don't know when it went left because I thought you already had this conversation before. And like when she got her job, you guys did this thing where she was a reporter or whatever. I thought you had this conversation already.
Exactly. No, fully, man.
So why is this happening now? Okay.
Yeah, but it's their climax, at least, sort of, I guess. And they finally tell the truth, and they finally go over why
climax breakup. Yeah.
Yeah. Imagine that your climax is a breakup. So this scene is like 5 minutes long, by the way. It is huge. I don't think it's as long as the coming out scene, but my goodness. But yeah.
That breakup was so unnecessary, guys. That was just so unnecessary. Those two should have just gotten married. Honestly, it makes no sense.
Yeah, like you survived like 10 near-death experiences with each other, and your conclusion is I don't like your band, you don't like my band, I don't want to go to the same college you want to go to, we should break up.
And there's a reason for that. And
like they didn't have
I think they only did that because the couple in real life, they've been dating and they probably didn't want their characters to mimic their real life or whatever the fuck. But it was a horrible idea. Because you guys know they've been together for the longest time, since season 2. So it doesn't make sense.
So break up in the show and stay together in real. Wait, but also the other thing is, again, the reason why this sucks, even if it was telegraphed, the reason why this sucks is because Nancy and Jonathan didn't have problems. Like they didn't show us that this couple was breaking apart. They just telegraphed that it was going to break apart, and then they didn't explain why. That's why it's bad writing to me, because I'm like, if this is supposed to be some building tension, you cannot tell me her sister goes missing. Jonathan makes one misstep to talk about their relationship. She bites his head off, and then we lead to breakup, and that's it. Like they weren't having relationship problems. It was the Demogorgon stuff in the first place that got them together in the first place. Like this was the stuff that brought them together. It can't be the thing that breaks them apart. That doesn't make sense.
Yeah. I have a theory about that. To me, the reason I knew this was going to happen was because of 2 words. They said the words trauma bonding. Now, if you're reading a lot of fiction or you're reading a lot of modern movies nowadays, you'll realize that's poison words. If you hear the words trauma bonding, it is literally like this. In terms of film and storytelling and books as well, if you hear those 2 words, generally what's going to happen, it's the equivalent of being a wife beater. If a main character smacks his girlfriend, you know they're not going to be together because they're not going to promote that. So what you're saying about all their stuff happening, ironically, that's the reason that they couldn't let this relationship be together. They couldn't be together because it counts as trauma bonding, and that's considered a toxic relationship trait. So it was never going to happen.
Elvis, Sarah Connor, Superman, Lois.
I know, but think about how old those things are.
Hero and love interest you can think of.
Yeah,
it's about, but I'm saying it's about execution. Like part of the reason why the Jonathan Nancy thing kind of took everybody by surprise and still worked is because when Steve was running roughshod over Nancy or whatever and ignoring Nancy or whatever, Jonathan would listen. Yeah, so it's just like there is more to the I'm saying it's more to their relationship than just the magical stuff that was happening. It's just that now the magical stuff is the reason they are breaking. Like what I'm trying to say is, again, they did not sow the seeds for this. If they were supposed to be falling apart, we should have been seeing signs of it in season 4. And in season 4, their relationship seems stronger than ever. So now we get to 5, and now they're breaking up.
It's because it's ironically it's the reason why anime and manga are different to Western stuff. In anime and manga, they stay together. In old school Western stuff, they'd stay together. But in modern Western stuff, you're not allowed to do that anymore, man. I'm telling you. It's called trauma bonding is the equivalent to beating your wife, dude. You're not allowed to be together after that. There's no redemption. I'm telling you. But anyway, after they have their dramatic connection, we cut back to 11, and she has now officially found William. And she finds William is trapped inside the Actually, no, I think he's just in between, actually. I don't think he's in the Vecna zone. But they find him, and then she's like, I'm gonna fucking break this nigga out. And yeah, she kind of does, but it doesn't work out. But that's for later as we cut back to Max. And finally, we get the setup of what happened to Henry as we're in the tunnel now. And apparently there is a play that explains what this is about. So apparently what happened was the experiment with Papa and all that stuff was being built, and then a Russian spy stole the thing, and then he ran away. And that's what the scene is, with him in the tunnel and then freaking out and then shooting the kid in the hand, who happens to be Henry. And Henry gives him the
also kid, where the hell are the adults? You're in a troop, right? You're in a Boy Scout thing. They just let you wander into the Rocky Mountains by yourself?
Yeah. And also, why Rocky Mountains?
And also, when you got shot, when you got shot in the head, you didn't run? What kid you know just taking a bullet to the hand? They would not walk closer to the person who shot them.
I'm telling you, man, Henry was a beast from the start, bro. This man was willing to go for the smoke early. Like, that is crazy, dude. The fact that he went forward.
No, but I'm saying there's no Uchiha, there's no ninja world system that trains kids from young to just be able to tank that shit to the face. There's no dog. He was what the hell are they doing in those Boy Scouts? Where is this Black Ops? Are you doing torture resistant training? Because how the hell did he decide I must kill that man when you're 9 years old and you have a bullet wound to the hand? Everybody else would just turn around. I don't understand. This whole setup to me feels very forced to put him in a small room. It doesn't feel like it's like he went looking out that day to kill somebody or something. It was so weird.
It gave me Smeagol vibes. It gave me, when Smeagol first sees the ring, it gave me that kind of vibe to it. This man, turns out Henry was not to be fucked with. You just never know with some kids, I guess. But anyway, while that's happening, they discuss. Okay, they witness all of that, and then they decide to play the old Kate Bush, as per usual, of course. And yeah, so now they're using Henry's gone.
Just making deals with God.
Yeah, he's using William to suck up the information as they go find Max, and they figure out that Max is in the hospital. I'm assuming there's only one hospital in Hawkins, small town, I guess. So now, and then William's like, "Oh, they got me," and then William wakes up, which is all good. 11 wakes up, which is all good. They cut back to Robin, who's now arrested, and it's all bad. But then, of course, just to prove, so the girlfriend knows that she isn't lying, the Demigorgons show up and then eat a nigga's face, and then
I said, when you're the military, or when you are when you are cannon fodder, the Demigorgons are ninja. They descended upon those guys so fast, And then when it's the main cast, the Demigorgons must wait for the main cast to do something before they can get to them. Yeah. I'm like, why are they so inconsistent?
It is Pirates of the Caribbean level silly. If you remember the first Pirates of the Caribbean, those soldiers were trash. Same thing with these ones. It is so silly.
No, but I'm saying the thing is that at least with the Pirates of the Caribbean, you can just say that army sucks. With the Demigorgons, there was an episode where we saw them wipe out an entire military regiment at lightning fast speeds.
Yeah.
But when it comes to these, but I'm saying these house moms and teenagers.
Plot holes, Baba. Plot holes. Sorry, not plot holes. What's this? Plot armor.
Convenience.
Hey, yo, plot armor, no jutsu. I'm like, okay, we get there, the main cast, but do something else clever. Like, I remember there was one episode where Luke kicks one, a Demigorgon dog or something, and the dog just falls down. But then you see it later, that dog is bulletproof. So I'm like, does his foot have surpass bullets? Okay.
The power of being a jock, bro. That man plays basketball or football, and therefore powers. Beats the military better than Sparta.
Anyway, so because here, they're in the hospital, these things are coming and they're hiding behind the thing, and Lucas is like, we can't move her. And at first off, I'm like, why? Just take the radio with you.
Yeah.
Just get in the car. Go. Just take the radio with you.
But also, what kind of hospital is this where they just allow music to be played the whole time? Like, isn't it?
And it's like, isn't Max
horrible towards other patients?
Yeah, exactly. Max is poor, number one. Why does she have her own private room as well for the music to be played as well? Why does she have a private room?
She's cute, but not that cute. The whole hospital is like, it's all good. No way.
It's an American hospital too.
Okay, guys, I'm heading home. I'm gonna be off for a while. So.
All right. Well, actually, at the end of this, but anyway, yeah. All right, cool, man. But yeah, who knows? Anyway, she gets to play music in her own private room, not distracting anyone, I guess. And then the Demigorgons get up there, and then he's gone. So I'm guessing they managed
not respecting visiting hours.
Exactly. You managed to smell them coming.
That brass in there whenever he wants.
Yeah. And the Demigorgon comes at him full speed and he can kick it. And I'm like, no, it should have ripped his leg off. His kneecap should have bounced through the bone. That's what should have happened. But that's not what happens. He managed to get
exactly. Like, how the hell?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I'm like, military, stop chasing 11. Chase this kid, chase these kids. Because Will and Lucas's feet right now are just off the chain. Lucas has healed from an entire gash from a Demigorgon that was one-shotting grown men left and right.
And imagine that, because remember, you're holding him like this, and I'm like, are you open? Do you even have a bandage, bro? Do you even have a bandage, actually?
Nothing. No, his shirt, like, he's just bleeding. And I'm like, bro, like, you can't just walk that shit off. Like, they literally stabbed you in your chest. You can't just be like, I got this. And then now you're holding a person. You're holding Max. Like, Max is in your hand. So already you're at a disadvantage because you don't have access to all your limbs. Somehow you can lift Max up and cock your leg back and big boot a Demigorgon that's supposed to be traveling at least 40 kilometers an hour, however fast they're supposed to be. Because also the Demigorgons are now running in slow motion to get to the slow closing elevator. The Demigorgon dogs can't get in. Like, what, you have haki now, bro? Like, you genjutsu? The Demigorgons are some of the most inconsistent characters I've seen in fiction. Like, whenever you're not a bad guy or whenever you're not the main character, you are dead. But let it, or when you're, like, written to die, like Eddie, then they'll get you. But let there be a situation with the main cast, and there's hundreds of these things, or even 5 of these things, and you are a regular person, you will still somehow okay. Because it's about to get even more ridiculous. Because when they finally get Max down to the basement, that's the part we're getting to now, ne? When they finally get her down to the basement, right? These demigorgons can't find them hiding behind a table. All of a sudden, it's Metal Gear Solid rules. As long as you're hiding behind something, you won't be seen.
What happened to looking through the target's eyes? But no, whatever. We cut now as they go down the elevator, which reminds me, Mrs. Wheeler has apparently woken up by psychic powers and knows where they are and knows where they're going. She's been unconscious this whole time, but she knows. She pulls out the thing and is like, I've got to make action.
No. They managed to to be fair, they woke her up because I think Mike and Nancy, they did something to get her up or whatever. So her waking up is not the big deal.
Where they are? How did they get her to know where they are? Because remember, I think we're gonna see next. She knows
that one is where I'm like, how? No, I'm saying that that one I was like, how did you? And then also your plan, throwing gas canisters in. How did you turn on how did you get the gas canister into the washing machine? How the hell did that happen? Where did you get the gas canisters, by the way? You know where they keep these things in hospitals?
And you managed to sprint.
Like, is this your first time or second time? Like, how many times have you been here? How many times have you been here? And when did you set this up? Because they would have had to see, like the demigorgons would have had to have passed you in order for you to set up this trap of yours, or you would have had to have moved at lightning speed to put all of these gas canisters into these things. And then also, I'm not a scientist. Scientists, please let us know. Does putting a gas canister in a machine, is it because it shakes the canister? Is it that thing of if you drop a gas canister, it will explode? I don't know.
It's what it is. It's because they're using a dryer, so it's the heat. They're saying the heat from the dryer combined with the bouncing pops the lid open, and you see when a dryer shoots fire. I didn't know a dryer did that personally, but it turns out the fire from the dryer combined with gas makes the explosion.
Because like Mythbusters came out and all of these scientists came out and they're like, in movies when you shoot a gas canister, it doesn't explode in cars. Like the cars don't explode because you need, unless it's an incendiary round or whatever, like a round that has a spark or something, that's when you get the explosion. So here, there's no sparking thing or whatever the hell. There's no, it just goes boom.
Yes, but
and I'm like, the whole thing is nonsensical. And oh, sorry.
Yeah, we need to get there first because first we still have to. We've cut to Max. Actually, we're back to Max, and Max. They've cut away from the cutscene.
Right.
TV shows have cutscenes now, so now they're gonna dig their way through a hole. And I'm assuming metaphor for birthing or something, and they squeeze through. As the smaller one gets through, and then Max has to pull her up, and then so they're being chased, and only now they're being chased by the Demogorgons who knew what floor they need to go to. I'm assuming they saw the lift numbers, they can read. So they get chased into the underground. They're now hiding. They close the door, they go thingamajiggy, and everything we just discussed basically starts to happen as things get closer. The dogs are all there. They were in a hurry before. Now they're walking. No need to chase, guys.
Yeah.
We got him, boys. That's what the dogs are saying to each other. We got him, boys. We cut back to Max.
Yeah, I hate that shit, man. I hate it in Jurassic Park, and I hate it wherever I see it. Where it's just like, at least put a scent or something.
Yeah, at
least. Let's say like the Demigorgon is allergic to like spice or whatever, and they've eaten a bunch of spices, So now the Demogorgons are getting distracted by the spice or something. Like, just put some game breaker element in there to be like, okay, they hate Axe body spray, so everybody just douse yourself in Axe body spray, and that will slow them down. Something.
Exactly. And while that's happening, Max finally gets through the hole, and now everything we discussed now with the whole heater and the thing exploding happening. It's so funny because if you think about it, the dogs have been focused. They didn't care about anything else. But now they hear a noise. They're like, what's that noise? Time to investigate. Niggas, you know what? Anyway, the mom goes over. What's that noise?
No, because it's that thing of they were right around the corner. Had they just kept on mission, they would have gotten them. But now it's and it's like, wait, do you guys even register noise like that?
Yeah.
How do the Demogorgons function? They change the rules on these things every week. Anyway.
The power of plot. But anyway, so now the Demogorgons get blown up because it turns out that's all that was needed. And now, just as they find the exit, we find out.
No, you forgot. You forgot. Nancy's mom needed to aura farm and walk through the smoke.
Yes, you're right. That's right.
Because I was like, yeah, that's because we needed to see a hospitalized mom look cool. Like, what is happening here?
What is happening? I get it's the last season, but guys, you still have to write a show.
Yes. What is this? Like, all she was missing was a cape. And like, she should have just somehow tied one of those gowns to her neck and just stood there Piccolo style. Because I was like, this is so unnecessary.
Exactly, bro. Dog, it's crazy. And then once she's done aura farming, now they get to the exit. And they're like, we've made it. Oh, by the way, this is for me. I don't know what you're going to do. But I know I have faith in you. You need to believe in yourself. Yo, the way I was offended. The first time I watched
but yeah, also, yeah, like first time it was just like, oh yeah, just basically that's a very, very eloquent way to say, Holly, you on your own, bitch. Right? And then also the other thing is, weren't you running for your life before? I remember when you were making deals with God before, you ran your ass off. Now you have time for long speeches and long-winded things. I would have just said, Holly, that's your door over there. That's my door over there. Run.
Yeah, they just went over a whole thing explaining that this is how she got caught. She got caught because she was lingering for no reason, and she got caught. And now she's like, I'd like to tell you a speech. I'd like to talk about our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Do you have a minute? Dog, and it's like, what is happening right now? My favorite are the memes where it's like they decided to shoot a podcast in the space. But yeah, she's like, you know what? I'm going to be okay. So you use your superpowers. Oh, you got something to connect you? God. I don't have a boyfriend. What am I supposed to do? You're a small child. I can't help you. I'll see deuces. I'll see you. And then she jumps away. And yeah, they go through this whole emotional nonsense. Oh, my feelings, blah, blah, blah. And then she takes off, and then it ends.
I mean, Max couldn't say, focus on your parents. Maybe focus on the fact that you're going to get home.
Yeah,
that you're going to see your family. I feel like a little girl who got kidnapped, that's the thing that she'd want to see is her family. So just tell her about her family. I don't know why you had to go on this speech of I guess. All right.
Yeah. But it is what it is, man. And that's that, bro. I think because it's like early part of 10, I think what we should do is just do the last 3 episodes. The 2 or 3 episodes. 7 and 8. So yeah, the last 2 episodes. We're spending an hour per episode, so I think we should do them another time, bro. We'll wrap it up.
All right. Okay, cool. We can.
Yeah. So
I guess no, that's not a big deal on my side. So I guess maybe that we'll talk about it offline. But anyway, as you can see, guys, Stranger Things, like I know there's defenders of this season. They are out there somewhere where they have every explanation for everything that has happened here. But to me, I feel like if your fan base has to justify your show, then I feel like it's a bad show. Like your show should justify itself. I like that whole fans need to save a show type thing. It's like the same stuff that happened with Batman versus Superman, where fans are just like, do you need everything spoon fed to you? No, I need proper, coherent storytelling.
Yes. Oh my gosh, dude. But I feel bad because I feel like if Robin was here, we might have been nicer. But nah, we went ham.
I don't know. Okay, I probably would have been nicer because out of respect for Robin, but I just think I don't like this idea that fans have to save a show.
Yeah, of course,
Like
no.
a fan of the show, like the show should save itself. Like I feel like the show should justify it, and it's not happening. And like people get on me a lot of the time when they say, "Oh, you're just a power scaler, bro. You keep talking about power scaling." I'm like, it's bad storytelling to establish that a monster or a thing can do this, and then when they have the opportunity to do it, they don't do it for zero reason. Like Lucas should have been dead twice, and no one can explain how he's alive or whatever the hell.
Yeah, no, fully, man. This shit is crazy. There are things here, like, don't get me wrong, visually gorgeous, but what's the point of being pretty when you don't make sense? Like, why must I be forced to watch Lucas kick a Demogorgon that killed like 20 people with his bare foot and then be fine with it? Why must I forget that suppose there's a hole in that nigga's chest? There's a hole in that nigga's chest. Someone else holds the entire human being. But
no, I mean they also did that. They also did that shit with Joyce. Remember when Joyce comes head to head with that Demogorgon and she's managed to fight it off with a shovel or some shit?
Yes.
And I'm just like, these things were bodying the military.
Straight.
Why? Like you? Yeah, it's like what? House mom powers? What is happening here?
Yeah, we
like
the
Demogorgon even starts. Like I'm saying, the Demogorgon even starts backing up, and people will probably say, "Oh, but Buckmeister, when Will was running interference, Will didn't even know he could do that." And Will has been watching this thing before, and he would watch people die before and not do anything. How the hell did he stop that one?
Dude, who knows at this point, bro? Who knows?
No, I'm just saying, like the reason why this is falling apart is because the Duffer Brothers just forgot. Like it just seemed like they were writing a new show, and it titled it Stranger Things. Like it's almost like this is almost kind of a reboot in a sense because characters are not the same, powers are not the same, and the stakes are not even the same in the first place. Because now it's a Rosen bridge, now it's a black hole. How did the wall form? Who made? Oh, that's another thing I forgot to talk about. Who made the wall? How did the wall form? And they said that they can. Also, that was another thing. They said that they can hit this wall from all four sides or some shit, right? Like like everybody was running into this wall. Where the hell was the wall before?
Dude,
in all the other seasons of the Upside Down, where the hell was this wall? Now it comes from nowhere.
Who the hell knows, bro? It was driving me bonkers.
And apparently it's a military wall on top of that. So how did they manage to make it?
It turns out it was Papa or something, if I remember correctly. Papa made the wall. Yeah, but dude, it was just
they didn't say how. What is this? Is this cow? Is this cow and chicken?
Oh no, it's red corn.
No, I'm saying, is this cow and chicken? Papa had a wall. Papa built a wall. We don't know how. Bam, 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 bam.
Basically, almost 100%, bro. It was insane.
Dude, that guy was dead.
And then there's that.
All of a sudden, the guy was dead. All of a sudden, there's a retcon of how he was always the good guy. He meant no harm. Vecna is actually the real villain from the start. You're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, and he turns out.
No, I mean, I'm sorry. That wall pissed me off because I was just like, it comes from, and also the goop. They don't explain the goop, by the way. Why did the goop stop? Why did the goop stop rising? Because they confessed to their emotions. Toasted the goop. The goop just said, "I'm done now.
Exactly.
I'm solidifying."
I think
there is a good caught feeling.
It was a lot of stuff, man.
Well, and then also that glowing thing that she shot as well. When the hell was that established? Like, that's the thing. Things are changing and there's no explanation as to why they are changing. That's why this season is bad. It's not even that the visuals are bad or that the acting is bad, even though some of the acting is wooden as hell in some of the scenes or whatever. But like, from the reiterating of dialogue and the fact that stuff is changing on the fly and they're not explaining it. And then all of a sudden now the military wants to arrest Robin. Why didn't they arrest him before? This is why people are pissed at this season. Like Duffer Brothers, they wrote with their eyes closed at some point, or they literally did write with Chat GPT, and it's showing because shit is just happening.
No, but even if you watch the documentary, when you see the writing stuff, there were times where they had no idea what they were gonna do, and they were running out of time. So Rob is right. They were on a tight deadline, and they just needed, because it does seem like, to me, it does seem like this season was meant to be a two-parter. It seemed like there was gonna be another season.
Oh God.
Not the way they did it. Not the way they did
it. But I'm saying, but the Mad Max scenario would have saved them so much time. If Hawkins looked like, I'm saying, if Hawkins looked like Mad Max after the world split up, all of this stuff gets cut in half, and they can run in and out of military facilities and not get checked because everything's on fire. The military has to fight demigorgons to the left and the right and try and contain the situation and save civilians. And then you have the running up and down, and everything is like already we've chopped this thing in half.
No, I'm with you. They should have been guns blazing. The world is in peril. Like, Hawkins is a place not to go to. Everything is quarantined. It should have been like, guys, for real, Ramatateng, fuck, this is the end of the world. We need help, and shit is about to go down the whole time. Like, apocalyptic.
And then they should have just had Hop and them working with the military. Like, another thing that's annoying me about this plot is that Hop and the military knows that the Hop and the teenagers are the only people who have been successful against these things. They have documented proof that these people have been successful against these things, and they still won't recruit them to help them fight these things. No, we have to get them to make military what. And I'm like, you've lost 6 units already. Like, 17 people have just died.
It actually would have made more sense why they have Linda Corner there. It would have been a sort of corner homage, sure, but it would have made sense why she's there. She's trying to help these people. There's an apocalypse. She's heard of something like this in the past with Vecna, but now she's seeing it for real. All that stuff. The dad she actually believed Harry's dead, but she couldn't prove it. All that stuff.
Yeah, I'm just saying, this making the military the bad guys, it's so stupid, because it's just like, if the world is ending, I'm pretty sure the military will put aside their industrial weapon complex to solve monsters coming out through a portal and a dude who can float in the sky and pop people's brains out. So I just feel like they should have been working with Hop and all of them to stop this thing. Like, maybe, okay, say when we're done, when this is over, we'll come for you or something. Fine, do it that way. But it's just this antagonistic position of the military, which is also going to get dumber towards the end. I don't understand why that's I don't understand why the military, like, they've seen these things kill them in droves, and the people who have beaten them, they're just like, we must arrest those people and stop these people from beating them. All right, okay. Anyway, I'm done. Sorry, I just need to get that off my chest.
Well, I think, that's that's fair.
What's going on?
We're thinking of we're gonna
just got home, so I'm gonna figure out where we are.
Well, I was calling it, bro.
Oh, okay. You guys spoke about the horrible, what if, the whole Christopher Nolan angle of, hey, if this top is still spinning, then you're still dreaming. If it's not spinning,
No, we didn't get to that part. We got 2 episodes in. we managed to do.
Yeah, in 2 hours we've only done two episodes. So we're gonna do the last.
Oh, I thought you guys were going. Oh, okay. We're gonna do the last two some other time.
Exactly.
And here I thought you guys were gonna get finished because it's just the two of you.
No. For some bizarre reason, we've actually taken twice as long. It's crazy, and it's so funny.
That's
We've been
hilarious.
so mean that I feel like we need a nice person to at least even us out. We have been roasting this whole.
Because that finale. Woo, when I get to that finale, whoo.
Yep.
Woo.
The finale needs its own time session. So I think
when I get to that finale, because now I'm remembering it, and I'm just like, the amount of plot convenience and plot contrivance for these people to make this plan is what.
And you know, a lot of people were complaining about Millie Bobby Brown because I think she had her lips done or something. So you can't even see her emotions that well. Like her emotion, you can't. She can't express herself the way she does, even though she wasn't necessarily expressive that much.
Mm-hmm.
And
how
old
is she? Why is she getting plastic surgery now?
She's like 30-something. She has a kid, dude.
I don't know. But anyway, it kills the chemistry between her and Mike so badly, bro.
Yeah.
It's like Mike is just looking at this fish or some shit. I don't know. And it's just not working.
Okay, well, the views expressed.
We've discussed that as well, actually, because we talk about how Mike has become nothing more than a cheerleader. He's basically useless in his own show. I mean, because remember when he started, he felt like the main character. You know what I mean? Like it felt like things were moving around.
He was the leader. He was the main character. He was the glue that kept everybody together.
Yeah.
But now they made it seem as if Will was always the main character. You're
yes.
Like, what?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, so yeah.
Before people come to me, it's a joke about the fish, okay? So I'm just kidding. I'll actually edit that shit out because I'm gonna be editing this video anyway, probably.
Oh no. I go after it as well. I said it was plastic surgery. I said she was mugging or something like that. Because just like chin. What's it? We said she was
I
eating.
don't understand what's going on.
I don't know. Maybe but I'm saying maybe
having to do something to themselves. I don't know why. Like either it's the main chick from The Boys or it's the main characters from Wicked or like why are female main characters doing this to them? I don't understand what's going on. But anyway.
Yeah. It's all crazy.
Oh, the actresses, yeah. But yeah, anyway, I just want to, just to reiterate, guys, like I think the reason why this stings, especially with Stranger Things, I think like with the rewrite, if I was actually gonna do a rewrite on this, I think Will would have been not Vecna, but I think somehow Vecna would have possessed Will, or somehow, and he still would have been the linchpin, but he would have been the linchpin in terms of an antagonistic standpoint. Because the thing is, somebody was saying that Stranger Things honestly ended in season 1, and ever since then they've been just trying to tack on DLC, and that's why it's been losing the plot, because like it was a mystery story and now it had to be expanded into a world-ending story.
That's fair.
I'm saying it. Like it started as a mystery story and then now it's expanded into this world-ending thing, and I think the thing is like the vehicle they set up initially, it was closed off. They didn't really leave open-ended things to continue, so they had to keep changing the nature of the conflict, and that's why now they're fighting. That's why now everything is kind of inconsistent.
It's basically the Matrix, but in series format, where the first one was okay as it was, and then the sequels tried to make something out of something, but it was just not landing the same.
Yeah.
And
didn't kill anyone.
We still like it, but yeah.
Yeah. Too many people as well.
That's another thing.
But we will get to that.
Yeah, but look, guys, any of the projects that we're working on, are brilliant, and Netflix is like, hey, so we've got like 500 million for you. You know what? I think the main character actually didn't die, man. What happened was,
Yeah. Oh no, that's 100%. They heard the
you
ching. Yeah. So I couldn't
shut
even do the
up.
sound of ching. Yeah. Started throwing money. No, guys, I
So,
can't.
I mean,
Newton's jutsu.
Will Smith and Michael B. Jordan, because again they're doing what's that movie again with the dog? Will Smith was by himself. I keep
Oh,
forgetting it.
Oh, I
I
am
am.
Legend too.
Yeah, and Will Smith was like, no, we're going with the version where I didn't die. I'm like, okay, sure. That was the same theory that we used to do back in the day. It was a conspiracy theory that we did back in the day on YouTube videos and video essays. Yeah, no, actually gonna make that real. So
No,
that's
there's
how
an.
Yeah,
to
because
secure.
I thought he ran into the I thought he ran into the monsters with the grenade and the explosion.
Oh, no, there's an alternate. Okay, I own the DVD with the special features. If you watch it and if you pay attention to the book,
No, no,
there's
we
a.
know it's true.
Okay.
We are aware that it's true. We're just saying that
No,
Hollywood
but I
came
haven't
and they're
seen
like,
what was
yeah,
the alternate
that's the
ending.
way.
I haven't seen it.
Okay, so basically the idea was if you've read the book, right? The book is the idea that the human beings have lost the war and now they are technically the new zombies now because
Okay, we're
that's
gonna outro, guys. I promise.
yeah. So let me just try and blow through this quickly. So the idea is that Will Smith's character technically becomes the new monster, right? Because then it turns out that when they say I am legend, it turns out what they mean is Will Smith is the boogeyman. He is the legend of the monster that's hunting down the vampire creatures, right? So now they made the ending in such a way that he's the good guy, right? But then he like
Mm-hmm.
redeems himself with the explosion. But there's an ending which is kind of based on the book, where he realizes, oh shit, I am the monster. So instead, he grabs that girl, right, the one, and he just lets her out. He lets her go, and the monsters leave. And then that's the ending. And then he leaves with them. So that's going to be the new ending, which is
Oh,
actually closer to yeah. He
so
leaves with
he
them.
leaves with the.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So he's now just part of the monster. Is it like a Walking Dead situation where if you cover
Oh no,
yourself in zombie guts, they think you're
no,
a
no, no, no.
zombie?
I don't mean he leaves with the zombies. I mean he leaves. Remember at the end of the movie, the what's her name? I almost said Rosario Dawson. The guy, the lady and the kid. Remember they were like,
Yeah,
remember,
Yeah.
the hot lady, I forgot it.
yeah, they were going to some unknown land where apparently it's where the virus is too cold to
Yes.
spread.
Mm,
So he leaves with them to
yeah.
that virus land. So that obviously that ending was they
Oh,
pushed aside, and then they left that non-book accurate ending.
but then how
Um,
does he? How do they so? How do they survive the? How do they? How does he survive the horde? Okay. Anyway, never mind.
oh,
I'll
they
ask these
didn't
questions
go.
later. I'll do my
They
own Google
literally didn't
research.
go. They're like, oh,
Oh.
we were just here to go. Because remember when he
Oh.
kidnaps
The,
that
the girl he was experimenting on. Yeah, because he was trying to cure her, right?
Uh,
exactly, and then it
So
turns out
okay.
he finds
they
a
Anyway.
were
Whoa.
they were
Whoa.
doing
Whoa. Okay. Yo. Kai. Whoa. Kai. Woo. Kai. All right. Stranger Things. All right. Okay. We did speak a lot about Stranger Things. I know we right left. We short left into I
sorry,
Am
it's
Legend.
me. I
But
just
anyway.
that's my fault.
But anyway, okay, what do you think of Stranger Things season 5? Which criticisms of ours is I'm sure somebody's going to have the counter. So what's the counter to our criticisms? Let me know in the comment section down below and all of that good stuff. What was your favorite moment of season 5 so far? We're going to be covering the last 2 episodes in another video. And what was your least favorite and all of that good stuff? And are you looking forward to a Stranger Things spin-off? Because it's coming. Holly and there's going to be a new generation. And I don't know, the Demigorgons are going to get upgraded like iPhones or whatever. This Demigorgon can shoot flames out of its butt or something. I don't know. Are you looking forward to that spinoff? Because coming, spinoff into Stranger Things 2049 Blade Runner style. Yeah, let me know in the comment section down below, and we'll see you all in other videos because African Frame has to be out for now. Peace.
Peace.
Peace.